The House Foreign Affairs Committee on Sunday released a scathing report after a 2-year investigation on the Biden administration's botched 21 Afghanistan withdrawal. Key findings of the report include Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris being told that the Taliban was in violation of the Doha Agreement, and as a result, the U.S. was not obligated to leave. Additionally, NATO allies had made it clear that they were strongly opposed to the U.S. decision to withdraw, with the British Chief of the Defense Staff stating withdrawal under these circumstances would be perceived as a strategic victory for the Taliban. The report stated Biden's team, quote, misled and in some instances directly lied to the American people at every stage of the withdrawal. In total, the report was 350 pages. Joining us now is retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel, Victory News contributor Vanessa Hicks-Callaway. Welcome back to Victory News, ma'am.
Thank you, Greg. I really appreciate being here today.
So that House Foreign Affairs Committee releases these findings on the failed Afghan withdrawal that cost U.S. service member lives, billions in military hardware. Defense Department spokesman John Kirby got hit with a hard question on this today, and here it is.
Was anyone ever held accountable by the president directly for what happened with the withdrawal in Afghanistan? And if not, remind the audience why not.
We have all held ourselves accountable for the progress of the withdrawal across the administration, and it was a true interagency effort.
Wow, the House report says the Biden-Harris administration chose optics over security of U.S. personnel in Afghanistan. Is the administration holding itself accountable, an acceptable answer to this action?
Absolutely not. That is not an acceptable answer. Mr. Kirby has it completely wrong. When you establish accountability, that means people are relieved of their commands. We still have the same Secretary of Defense in place when this debacle occurred. We still have President Biden, who was never impeached. He was never really held accountable for this incident. And also we have our Vice President Kamala Harris, who said that she was the last person in the room when the decision was made. I say to the American people, you have an opportunity to hold this administration accountable, and that's by removing them from office, by voting President Donald J. Trump in as the next president of the United States. That's how we, the people, can establish accountability for that debacle withdrawal from Afghanistan.
In less than 2 months, it's in our hands. So now Vivek Ramaswamy, there's a debate tomorrow night, said in tomorrow night's debate, if it goes south for Kamala Harris, there could be some political dirty tricks coming Donald Trump's way. Here he is.
And I think if Kamala Harris really does tank in this debate, and I think there's a decent chance that happens, I think there are strange things that could happen between now and November. But I do think that we have a machine that we're up against that has demonstrated that it is going to go to great measures to defeat Donald Trump.
Okay, so they've sued him. They've prosecuted him. They tried to kick him off ballots. Somebody tried to take his life. What else could the Democrats do between now and November?
Well, yes. And even in addition to that, the multiple millions of dollars he's had to spend out of his own pocket for his defense. Listen, I am an American citizen. I love exercising my First Amendment right. This is a great question, and here's how I'm going to respond. Just like I said in the show a few weeks back, I said that they were going to move Kamala Harris up to the top of the ticket. So they did that. I believe the October surprise, that's what I'm calling it. I think Vivek Ramaswamy is correct. I believe that what they might do is invoke the 25th Amendment and actually move Kamala Harris into the presidency. I believe that is the trick that they have up their sleeves. Now, time will tell, but I want to say to my Republican out there in Congress to be on watch for this if they try to make her president of the United States, and to not allow this to happen, at least not without investigations and not without Congress doing what it's supposed to do. That is the biggest surprise that I can think of that they just might do. Again, invoking the 25th Amendment and making her president of the United States so that she can choose Walz as her VP as well.
Okay, here we go. The citizens of Springfield, Ohio have been overwhelmed by 20,000 Haitian illegal immigrants being dropped off to live in their community. They're becoming reckless, and residents are going to the city council to plead for help. Here they are.
And I don't even want to seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here, because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them.
The Biden administration did this to a community of 60,000 residents, raising that population by 35%. People's cats and dogs are being slaughtered to eat, even though the Haitians are given food stamps, a place to live, and cash. Are citizens wrong to be concerned and speaking out about this?
They're absolutely right. They need to exercise their right to vote. The best way to deal with this is to bring in President Donald J. Trump, who has already said he will secure the border and he will deport, the largest deportation operation in American history. Hang on, vote him in.
Okay.
We can handle it that way.
All right, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to watch your prediction there. So to learn more about Vanessa and her take on issues from a Christian perspective, just visit VanessaHicks-Callaway.com. It's great to see you again, Colonel. Thanks for taking time.
Thank you, Greg.
See you soon. Bye. Mike?
Greg, the final